Today I'm firing up the pit barrel cooker and I'm going to be making smoked honey hot turkey. Well, from the name of the dish, you can guess there's going to be honey and something hot. Well, you're right. We're going to be using Frank's Red Hot wing sauce and some honey. Now, those two ingredients are going to come together to make our glaze, which is going to go on near the end of the cooking process. But we're also going to be making an injection using Frank's Red Hot and some apple juice. So we have to make both of those things right now. So we're going to do our glaze first, and we're starting with a 1/4 cup of honey. And I'll just stand here for, I don't know, an hour and a half while this drains out of this ramekin. And to our honey, we're going to add a 1/4 cup of Frank's Red Hot wing sauce. And now we mix. It's going to take a couple minutes here to get these incorporated. You're taking a very thin liquid and trying to combine it with a very viscous, thick liquid. After they start to incorporate a little bit, you can kind of speed up your stirring here. If you want to use a whisk, you can. I just prefer to use a spoon for these small amounts. That's looking pretty good to me. Of course, we have to take a little taste. Let's see. Honey with a kick, that's what I want. So I'm going to put a lid on this, and this is going to go in the refrigerator until about 20 minutes before it's time to glaze the turkey outside. Now it's time to get our injection ready. This time we're starting with a 1/2 cup of Frank's Red Hot wing sauce. And to this we're adding a 1/2 cup of apple juice. Same process, mix it together. Let's give this a quick little taste. I like that. All right, our injection's ready. Let's get that bird out here. So what we're working with today is about an 11.5 pound turkey. And we're just gonna go ahead and inject the breasts, a little bit in the thigh, but I'm mostly concerned about getting a lot of that moisture and flavor in the breast meat. We'll just start pumping it in. I'm not worried about any of this running out over the skin because we're also gonna be adding a rub after this is all injected. Get a little bit down here in this thigh. Same on this side. A little bit more in her breast up here. That works for me. Let's move on to rubbing this bird. The rub I'm using today is a Wise rub, and I've mentioned this in videos before. It's a rub someone gave me as a gift. I have no idea who makes it. There's no information on the container other than just says Wise rub. Nothing else, and I'm kind of sad because this is the end of it. I don't have any more, so if you're the person that makes this rub, get in contact with me. I've looked online everywhere. People have sent me links saying, hey, is this it? Is this it? It's not. I just have never been able to find it. So let's just start getting some rub on here. Get a little bit on the wings too. We don't want to neglect them. Let's roll our turkey over temporarily. Get some on the back. Just back over again. Get a little bit more here. Shake the rest. If we miss a few spots, we'll live. That glaze is going to give us a lot of flavor at the end. Now I'm going to get my pit barrel cooker poultry hanger in here. It's going to feed it up through the bird. Comes out the top. I want it to go this way. This is our top. I want to make sure I tuck the wings under the body. Our legs should be good. We shouldn't have to tie those. All right, let's get this out to the pit barrel cooker. All right, the pit barrel cooker is fired up. Let's get our turkey on. Let's go ahead and get our lid off. And I need to temporarily remove one of these hanging rods. I need to feed one end of my temperature probe through that hole there. Rod back in. Let's hang our turkey. And one of the wings untucked, so I want to reach down in here carefully. Tuck it back where it belongs. Our internal temperature is showing just a little bit above 40 degrees. Perfect. Now let's get some wood on here and make some smoke. I'm going to use some cherry wood today. Now we're just going to get our lid on and let this get smoking. So the internal temperature for the turkey we're going for today is the standard for poultry, 165 degrees. I have an alarm set on my ThermoWorks smoke though for 140 degrees internal, because at that temperature, that's when we're gonna come out here and we're gonna glaze this with that hot honey glaze. Give us a nice color and some great flavor on the outside. So I'll bring you back when we're getting close to 140 degrees internal. So our internal temperature is 138, approaching 139. We've been going about 2 hours, almost to that 140, so I want to go ahead and glaze this turkey. Need to do a little arranging here so I can get this turkey up on a tray. So I need to temporarily slide that hanger aside. So go ahead and start glazing our turkey. I'm not going to worry too much about the backside. It's really this skin on the breast, the legs, the wings, everything we can see up here that I want to hit with this. Looking really good. I think that's looking pretty good. All right, we're going to go ahead and get our turkey back on. Finish smoking. All right, we're gonna get our lid on and finish up. I'll see you when we hit that 165 internal temperature. All right, our internal temperature on this turkey is 162.2 and rising quickly. The ultimate temperature is 165 we're going for, but by taking it off now and tenting it with foil for about 15 minutes, that carryover heat's gonna finish it, and we're not gonna shoot over that 165. So we're gonna go ahead and get it off now. I'm gonna get our temperature probe out first. Now let's have a look at this bird. That's a good looking bird. All right, gonna get this inside, tent it, and in about 15-20 minutes, we're gonna have a taste. All right, here is our smoked honey hot turkey. This thing's ready to be cut up and eaten right now. I'm like ready to dive into this, but gotta slow down. I wanna get some slices here. Wanna make sure we carve a little bit of that thigh meat because I love that dark meat. But first, let's go into the breast up here. Just wanna separate the leg first, just so we have that skin that we can cut through easily. Oh yes, oh, nice and juicy there. Got really good color on the skin as you can see, and it is not rubbery, which is good. I knew this wasn't gonna get crispy because we were putting that glaze on it. We didn't really dry it out. We had the injection in there, which puts a lot of moisture underneath the skin, so it's not gonna be crispy, but we don't want rubbery, and it's definitely not rubbery. So that looks really nice. I'm gonna set that aside. We're gonna carve some more here. Oh, look at that. All right, now let's get down and get some of this thigh meat. So I wanna separate this right here. Sometimes you can just pull it back when it is this tender. Here we have a whole nice leg quarter. And I'm just gonna cut some of this right here. Some of that nice dark meat here. Oh, look at that. All right, enough wasting time. It's time to taste. I'm gonna start with a nice piece of that breast meat with that injection, because we really pumped these breast pieces with that injection, less than the thighs. Thighs have that inherent natural juiciness, and they're gonna be closer to the coals in the pit barrel, so they can absorb that heat better. But this, I wanted to pump some of that flavor and extra juice in, and let's see how we did. That's Frank's Red Hot Turkey, and that's not just on the surface. That's in the meat down there, so that injection really did work. I can get a little bit of the taste of that Wise rub that I used on there, and I'm just so sad that I have no idea who makes that, so I can't get any more because it's all gone now, but really good compliment on this turkey, and everything else just on the outside, the inside, on the breast meat just goes perfect together. And now, some of that terrific thigh meat, the dark meat, which is just to me, the best part of a turkey or a chicken, but especially a turkey. Let's see how the PBC did on these turkey thighs. This is the first turkey I've done on the PBC. I've done, I don't know, 6, 7, 8 chickens since I got it. And so I was really curious to see, would the turkey respond the same way that chickens do? I like to cook the chickens with the dark meat side down, the legs and thighs closer to the coals. And the turkey responds exactly the same, and these thighs have such great flavor. And this is where a lot of that smoke flavor from the cherry is too, because it's closest to it. It just penetrates there. There's a lot of juice in these thighs that absorbs smoke. It's just terrific. So when Thanksgiving rolls around this year, I'm gonna have to add a PBC turkey to the mix of turkeys that I do. And I gotta tell you, when I do, I know the people that are eating this are going to enjoy the heck out of it, because this is one terrific turkey.